Hey guys, Adam here from Boyd at Home, and welcome to our video where we'll be taking a look at the pre-release kit for Spark of Rebellion, the very first set for Star Wars Unlimited from Fantasy Flight Games. So in this video we're going to unpack this, show you exactly what you're going to get inside, as well as give you some deck building tips as well, in case you are new to the world of trading card games. If you are familiar with trading card games, then so a lot of this is going to sound very, very familiar. So let's dive in. So at the back here, it's just going to give us a rundown of what we do have, so we can see exactly what's inside here. But let's go ahead and rip this open. There we go. So our contents initially, we have got our 6 booster packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have got a set of quick start rules, so this will be everything you need to get started in the game, covering the fundamentals. We also have a little promo pack here. We have our counters and a little sheet just on how to build the deck as well, just some deck building tips. And finally we have a rather nice cardboard deck box and divider inside. So let's take a look at everything then. So as I said, we do have the rule book here. This does come in the 2-player starter set as well, so if you decide to pick it up afterwards, or you like the look of this video but you can't come along on Friday for our pre-release, this will be available in the quick start starter sets as well. So this will literally give you all of the fundamentals of the game, tell you everything that you need to know about it. There we go. Cool, so let's take a look at our packs here. So we have got 6 packs in total. There are 16 cards in these packs. So let's dive in and take a look. Oh, I love that feel. There we go. It's Grand Moff Tarkin. So the first 2 cards, I believe, yes, are a character and a base. So when you are deck building and you've opened up your 6 packs for the pre-release, you will choose a commander and you will choose a base. This will then give you the number of symbols that you can use in your deck. You can use other symbols outside of this, so I could put this blue card in there, for example, but it would be more expensive for me to play it. There's a penalty for me to play it. So if I were to use just those 2, then I would have access to cards with these symbols on them to be able to play in my deck. So then obviously on the back of the character cards, you have their epic action, which lets you flip into their actual character and come out onto the battlefield. So they sort of start off passive and become active later in the game. And the bases here will represent your hit points, and on the back we have a token as well. And then we've got our 14 cards, and this will be a variety of events and units. There we go. And then within that there's a whole variety of different ones as well. So for example, this is a ground unit, so this will be played in the ground arena on your battlefield. They all have a cost. This will tell you which colours they are. So for example, if we had Grand Moff Tarkin, I would be able to play this card no problem. Power, toughness, and if there's any ability, it will show it up on there as well as just some keywords which may be affected by other cards. And then you've got space units as well, so these go in the space arena on your battlefield, and again they have a cost, a sort of alliance symbol, and then their power, toughness, and a sometimes an ability. Then finally events, these are just one-off things that will happen and then get discarded. There are also items as well, such as Luke's lightsaber, for example. So let's crack into the rest of the packs. and speed through this bit a little bit more. So here we go. We've got Hera Syndulla. I mean, this is covering quite a lot of ground in this one. I believe it's the original trilogy, Rogue One, and one of the cartoon series. I've not seen the cartoon series, so there's going to be a lot of these guys that are not going to be familiar to me. But anyway, let's go through. Oh, looks like we've got a nice shiny card here. Oh, look at that. Now that is nice. I do like the foiling on that. And full art as well. So very, very, very cool. And then who have we got here? Boba Fett, very nice. Chopper base. And we flick through here. Oh, look, another full art one. Oh, very cool. Basically, once we've opened up all of our packs, the best thing to do would be to divide them into sort of like shared colours, or maybe Imperial Rebel, however you feel really, and then you'll be looking to build a 30 card deck, not including your leader and your base. So we've got a lot of options here. We've got 14 cards per pack here, so we've got a lot of choice to build that 30 card deck, so we should be able to build something fairly good, fairly focused as well. There we go, and then our last one's Sabine Wren. There we go. I'd say actually being able to look at the cards in person, they are really nice, really clear. I do like the artwork. I know there was some divisiveness on that, but I enjoy the artwork. I much prefer something like this to stills from the movies and TV shows. That's never kind of done its thing with me. So now that we've done that, we can sort of go through and divide our cards. So let's just say, for example, we're going to go through and we're going to take all of our bases and leaders, and we're just going to put them off to one side for now. We've got plenty here. We've got some good choices, but we want to see exactly what we've got within all of this. So really go through and divide it up however you see fit, really. So let's go. So let's call that a multicoloured one. That's a multicoloured one. Cool. So we're just going to get the rest of these done and then come back to you. Okay, so here we are. We have laid everything out from our cards. We sorted them into the various colours. Down here we've got the Villainous, Heroic and the Mercenary cards. Our multicoloured cards in the middle here. Everything else off to one side. And our characters here as well. And then off to the other side we have got our bases as well. Now, as part of the pre-release, we have this launch kit available for you, and in the launch kit there will actually be, if I can just bring these out here, there will actually be some characters, the bases in here for people. So if, for example, we wanted to play Reds and we didn't have a red leader, so we didn't have any red characters, we could still grab a base to be able to play those colours. So we will have for this extra stuff for people to use if they so wish. These also do double up as tokens as well, to be used throughout the game. So double use for those there. Again, a bit like the ones found in the packs. So from here, we will be looking to build a 30 card deck. So you'll be looking probably in a any kind of limited environments, you will be looking for as many units or creatures or whatever it is, whichever TCG you're playing, and it will be the same here. Like in limited formats, it's going to be your creatures, your units that are going to win you the game, more so than say a pre-constructed formats like whatever they call their main format for this, core or constructed or however, where you've got the whole card pool and you can make some weird and wacky designs, maybe with no creatures, no units at all. But in this, that is going to form the core of your deck building. You're probably going to be looking for around between 20 and 25 units within the game as well. So as much of this as possible into the deck, with about 5 to 10 event or non-unit cards in there. Within that, we'll also be looking to sort of create a bit of a curve as well. So we're not just looking at like the colours here. Like at the moment, I can see we've got a lot of blue and we've got a lot of red. So those would be things to consider. So when we look at our characters here, maybe IG-88 is going to be a good one. That gives us two colours, and then we can grab Capital City or Dagobah Swamp to act as the blue for us, giving us access to blue, reds, the villainous cards, and then anything that's blue, red, black within the multicoloured as well. And then we'll be looking to create a curve of cards, just so that we make sure that we're not getting too much stuff that is a low cost, but not loads of stuff with a very, very high cost. So, for example, these sixes here, there's a few of them in here. We might only want 2 or 3 of those, maybe, and the bulk of them we're going to want to have between the 2 to 4 range on our deck building. So really we're going to decide what we're going to go for. So let's say we go with IG-88, and then let's do Cloud City as well. So that's what we're going to go for. So we can go through that and take out a load of the cards. So this will make it a lot easier for us. Let's take out all of them as well. So those are out of the equation for us. Those are 2. And then really we're going to go through these ones and pull out anything that matches. So we've got blue, black there, blue, black there. Again, if we'd like to, we can fit these cards in because they are red, so we could chuck this in, but it means that we would actually have to pay a penalty for these symbols, so it would actually end up costing us more than the 6. So that's something that maybe for limited play you might not want to do unless you're really struggling to get cards. So if we just take a look through here, we can have that one, we can have that one, we can have that one. There we go. So we've got a good few cards there. And then really, we're going to want to take a look and put that into its curve as well. So let's take all of these cards and then divide them out into our curve. Obviously, for the event itself, there won't be an unlimited time to do this, but this will kind of give you the idea of what kind of exactly is needed. And then you can kind of go at your own pace, really. Maybe a little bit faster than what I'm doing, as I'm just sort of sitting here explaining the game. But I do find, once you know what you're doing, that just taking the time to sit around and put these things out like this really does work its wonders for you. Okay, so here we go. I think that this actually gives us quite a nice natural looking curve to the deck itself. So we'll count up to see how many cards we've got, and then if we decide that we need to make a change, or maybe we need to go back into here, we can add some more cards. As I said, there's some reds, yellow cards here. So I'm still getting used to what the symbols are all called, that we might want to add in into the deck just to sort of take advantage, like maybe build up numbers. But if we take a look through this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 36 cards here. So we're looking pretty good in terms of our of what we've got. So really now it is just coming down to cutting those down. So if we just go through our curve one by one, so here we've got a unit, we've got another unit there, and we've got a unit there. So for example, I do like to just look at the units that we've got. So I'm just going to put those to one side. Doesn't mean these are cut at all. I am just putting those off to one side, and I'm just basically just going to go through and just make sure that all my units are here, and then we can kind of see what goes on beyond that. Right, okay. So it looks like we're definitely going to be adding some events into this deck, but that is alright because we will need some eventually. Now what I am going to do here is I am probably just going to use maybe those three and then just the one of these on that top end here. So we've got this one, which is going to be kind of like a Scorched Earth kind of cards, if you can see that there. Which could be really, really cool. It is very, very expensive. We also have this 8/8 for 8 that when played exhaust all ground units. So there's two big cards there, but as I said, we're taking out the non-unit cards for now, just so that we can take a look. And again, you can still see, without those, that our curve is still looking pretty good. I'm very happy with that. This means that when we add some of these cards back into the deck, that we should still keep that nice curve. So again, we'll go through. So we've got 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 24. So we're looking to add 6 of these back into the deck. So let's just go take a look through. So giving a shield token to a unit, that could be quite handy, I think. So that will definitely be we'll put into the maybe pile. A bit of healing as well. Some just damage, which could be quite nice. We've got some card draw. We've got some removal here as well. And then I believe we do have a fair few Imperial units within this, so we may take those too. So we may just take that one there. So again, we look through, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 30 cards there. So again, when we add those into our deck, it still maintains that curve where the bulk is going to be sitting in the 2 to 4 range, which is what we want. This is where we're going to spend most of the time playing. This is where we're going to have most of our cards coming out as well. There's a lot of good cards up at the top ends. The Forced Surrender looks really good. Super Laser Blast looks really good. But you sort of have to look at it realistically as how long are we going to spend up in this later part of the game, and you only really need sort of like 1 or 2 finishers. You could make the argument maybe taking out something from here and chucking in the blast, or swapping out the AT-AT for the blast as well. That's really kind of like up to you, but just looking at what we've got there, looks pretty sweet. As I said, we've got our leader and our base as well. and then basically we'll throw that all together, sleeve if preferred, and get ready to battle other people. The other thing we do have in the deck as well, in the pre-release kit as well, just in case you do want to use them, we have got a foil Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. It's not foil on the back, unfortunately, but this side is. So if you did want to use one of the OG ones, for example, we may decide that we're going to go for Vader instead of IG-88, for example. But they are there nonetheless. These are just foil versions of the ones that come in the two-player starter set. So you get these one way or the other, whether you come to the pre-release or decide to buy one of the starter kits. But these ones are foil. And that about wraps it up for the deck building side of things. For the event itself, everyone's going to get 3 packs for coming along and playing. So at the end of the event, everyone will get their extra 3 packs for playing, and we will spend the event playing over about 3 to 4 rounds. Each round will be sort of 50 minutes, and then we will hand out the packs at the end. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, do come along, do check it out. We're really, really excited for this. I've played a few games now, and I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a fantastic game. The way that they've done the gameplay, the back and forth in the action phase, I really, really do enjoy that. Makes it a very interactive and reactive game as well. This is sort of bringing back the love, alongside Lorcana, bringing back the love for TCGs for me, in a way that I didn't think that would ever kind of happen again. So if you enjoyed that, and you want to take part, we still have spaces. So give us a call, drop us a message, visit the shop. We'll be happy to book you in. I said super, super excited for this. Thank you for sitting through this with me. It's a lot of fun doing these kinds of videos, and I hope that you got something useful out of it. So thanks again, guys, and as always, we'll see you in the boardroom.